Hey guys, today I'm doing a book review for Harry Potter and the Cursed Child Parts 1 and 2 by J.K. Rowling, John Tiffany, and Jack Thorne. It is essentially the 8th Harry Potter story. This is a script of a play that is currently playing in London, and this is based 19 years after the last Harry Potter book, and it centers around one of Harry's children, Albus. That's all I'm really gonna say for right now, because I just think it's best to go into this book blind to what the plot is actually about. Then this review will be spoiler free up until a point where I'll tell you that I'm going to spoil some stuff, so if you haven't read the book yet, you are safe here. So first off, I'll just say that I really enjoyed this book. I think I might be in the minority here because I've seen so many negative reviews about it, and I can definitely see where those reviews are coming from and why people didn't like it, but for me, I just absolutely loved it. I was having so much fun reading it that I had to give it a 5 out of 5 stars. The things that I really loved about this book were, first off, the plot. I just loved where they took the plot. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I just thought it was so cool, and it didn't go where I expected it to go. And then another thing that I absolutely loved were the characters. I really liked Albus as a main character, and then obviously I loved seeing Harry and Hermione and Ron back again, and it's so different experiencing them having grown 19 years from when I last saw them. And I did love the appearance of other older characters that I wasn't expecting to see in this book. And by far my favorite character in the whole book was definitely Scorpius Malfoy. I would give this book 5 out of 5 stars just for him. I absolutely loved reading about him. He is just such a sweet, genuine boy, and I love him so much, and I absolutely adored him and Albus's friendship. They just cared about each other so much, and I loved how they were always looking out for each other. So now I guess I'll tell you a few of the things that I didn't really love. Some of the things that I didn't love I can't really go into in this section because they are spoilery, but I will say that the writing was something that I didn't love, just because J.K. Rowling did help come up with this story, clearly, but Jack Thorne was the one that adapted it into a play, and I just didn't love his writing as much as I loved J.K. Rowling's, which I already knew that going into it. Just because J.K. Rowling is a queen and she knows this world in and out, so obviously her writing is going to be better. And since this is in play form, it was kind of difficult for me to get used to it because I've never read a play, but I also liked that about it as well, because it was such a fast read. And another thing that I like is that we already know this world, so going into it, you're just like thrown into it, and you can just infer as to what is happening and what things look like, because you already know these books so well. So if you haven't read this book and you love Harry Potter, then I would definitely suggest picking this up just to see what you feel about it. You might hate it, you might love it, who knows. And yeah, that is all for the non-spoilers, so go read the book and then come back and discuss with me. But I guess I'll start with the things that I didn't love that kind of contained spoilers. I just wish that there was more Neville Longbottom, to be honest. That's one of my complaints. I just love Neville so much, and I hated that we never actually saw him and we just like heard his name a few times, but we never actually got to experience Neville 19 years later, and I really wish that we could have, because I just adore Neville. And then another thing that I didn't love was Cedric Diggory's character in the alternate universe where Voldemort had taken over, because I just can't see Cedric turning into a Death Eater just because he was humiliated. Seems like that was such a small thing to push him over the edge. So those are really the only things that I didn't love. Guys, I loved this plot so much. When I realized that it was kind of centered around Cedric Diggory, I was so happy because I love Cedric. He is one of my favorite characters from the whole series. I just think he is such a fun character, and I just loved that it had so much to do with him. And then the kind of plot twist when you find out that Delphi, I think that's her name, is Voldemort's daughter. I definitely didn't see that coming. I don't know if that was just me, but I really didn't see it coming. I'm aware that there were a lot of plot holes within this, but to be honest, while I was reading it, I really didn't notice them. Since I didn't even notice it while I was reading, it really didn't bother me, and then thinking back on it, I was like, oh, it's kind of annoying, but it honestly just doesn't bother me that much. And I just have to say that I ship Albus and Scorpius so hard. Like, after I finished it, I was like, I cannot be the only person that felt this connection between them, and I looked it up and so many other people ship them as well. Yeah, so just leave me a comment down below and let me know what you thought of the book. I'd love to discuss it with you. And yeah, I hope you liked this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!